What's up? My name is Charles and I'm going to show you how to make a southwestern inspired Welsh rabbit or Welsh rarebit. It's going to be great. What is a Welsh rabbit? Well, sometimes it's called a Welsh rarebit, and it is a cheesy, delicious masterpiece of a recipe that can only be explained by tasting it. So let's get down to it. I am going to start by making a roux. First, I'm going to add butter and an equal part of flour. I talk about equal parts a lot, and basically that just means the same amount. You are going to whisk those together, and there are different stages of roux. This one, we're going to basically make a blonde roux, a dirty blonde roux, a medium roux. So as this butter melts, it kind of cooks the flour, and it starts to make like a paste. This is my roux. As I said earlier, it's just equal parts of flour and butter. Generally, I would be stirring it more, but I'm just using one hand while I'm filming. But this is definitely the color we're going for. Something dark blonde with a beautiful roasted flavor. There's all different stages of roux, but this one will be fine for this recipe. Okay, this is my roux. This is how you thicken sauces. This has an amazing fragrance and an amazing color. And to this, we're going to add some chicken stock. A lot of people use beer for this, but I'm using chicken stock. Basically what we have here is a gravy. You can see it's already thickened up so beautifully. Look at that creamy, delicious sauce. Just be sure to whisk out any lumps if there are any. Okay, now we're gonna add some other flavor components to our Welsh rabbit or Welsh rarebit. My pan is on. I'm going to begin by crumbling some chorizo into this pan. I love chorizo, and I am not going to add salt to it because the salt can make it stick together, and we want this to break apart and get nice and almost crispy. Where you come from with that beautiful face, you got that love in your voice. Won't you give me a taste in case I don't see you till the end of the year? I know we can talk again on Saturday. Where you come from with that beautiful face. Okay, now that my chorizo is looking nice and crispy, I'm going to add a couple roast peppers. You can use regular peppers, but if you want to know how to roast peppers, it's very easy, and I have a video out about that. I'm going to add some caramelized onions. Again, you can use regular onions, but if you want to know how to caramelize onions, I also have a video on that. Just going to give that a toss and let those heat up a little bit just in the pan. Now let's talk about this beautiful gravy. I am going to throw some cheese on top of these. When it comes to cheese and melting cheese, you're going to want to grate your own or slice your own. The grated cheese that you buy at the store is covered in a powder, when the powder can keep it from melting as smoothly as you may like. Okay, now I'm over a low heat, and I'm just going to add some of this beautiful gravy into our mix. And I'm just stirring that and helping that all come together. This is going to melt very quickly, and if you need to, you can add some more chicken stock. But what I have here is a cheesy, beautiful masterpiece, as you can see. I'm actually going to turn off the heat and just continue to mix this until it comes together, almost like a nacho cheese. And this is really what we want. Glistening, bubbling cheese sauce full of all different textures and flavors. When it comes to bread, I'm just going to use this delicious ciabatta. You can really use any kind of bread, but I like the crunchiness of this with that melty, delicious cheese. And we're basically going to serve this as a fondue or kind of like an open-faced sandwich. Okay, when it comes to plating, as I said earlier, we're gonna kind of do this as like an open-faced sandwich slash fondue. So I'm just going to pour this delicious cheesy sauce onto my bread, which is nice and crispy. I'm even going to add a little bit of goat cheese crumbles. If you want to easily crumble goat cheese, you can just put it in the refrigerator for like 15 minutes before using it. That will make it a lot easier to crumble. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of parsley. You can also add some jalapenos. That's a lovely treat. And there we have our southwestern inspired Welsh rabbit.
Saturday. I don't know if I can wait that long. I wrote a song, sent it to you, go and turn it on. I make these songs for